What's up everybody? In this video I'm going to be giving you my favorite zones/levels for the upcoming week, what I'm going to be watching, how I will handle the trades. I have SPY, SPX, futures, and I have two individual stocks that I'm watching for this upcoming week. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel, click that thumbs up button, and click that bell icon so you do not miss out on any of my upcoming videos. So let's get right to my bread and butter, SPY. This is what I'm trading 90+% of the time. We had some insane strength on Friday. We come up, we pretty much ripped right through my reject level. I mean, it rejected roughly 75 cents or so before it continued on. This 407.5 was a key reject level I was watching last week. We come up and hit it on Friday. I rejected a little bit, then when it continued on, honestly, a move I did not expect to happen all in one day. Insane amount of strength. I did notice that we were squeezing though. I did post on my Twitter. I said, we look to be squeezing on SPY, looking strong. And Friday, sure enough, we had that big move. But now that we broke this level, what I'm going to be watching, I want to see this continue on up, come back down, possibly retest this for calls entry, okay? Come back, I want to see a little more push up. We do have some resistance at this 410 area, keep in mind. But I want to see it come up, come back down, retest this. That would be a possible call entry. Now, if we fail that, get back in this zone. If we break out of it, that could be a possible put entry because it was a supply zone. If we break above it, when it holds, this should turn into a demand zone, right? So something to keep in mind. The only reject area I see worth a try on this chart is at the 415 area for puts. We'll have to see what we look like when we get up there. It's a nice resistance on the daily, as you can see here. That being said, I'm going to start looking for trend entries. With this strength coming in, I'm going to be looking for trends to the upside. I love trading trends. You always hear people say, don't fight the trend. If I get the opportunity to enter off trends, that's how I trade every single time. I like to trade the trend up into a nice supply zone, if that makes sense for you all. Here are my support and resistance levels on SPX. Kind of help guide your SPY trades. If you want to chart these out, I'll run through what I look for really quickly here. So let's say we're about to buy calls on SPY because we like SPY. It looks like we want to continue up, but we look and we're right below this big resistance on SPX. I'm not going to buy calls on SPY right below a big resistance on XPX, because what's going to happen is going to hit this, reject enough. Even if it doesn't, just completely reject, it's going to reject enough to stop us out of the trade for the proper risk management. So keep that in mind. Keep these levels. You can trade SPY based off these levels. If you like keeping it simple and trading support and resistance only, that's perfectly okay. Nothing wrong with that. Now, for all my futures traders out there, I'm going to give you two levels, one zone, one level. This is all I'll be watching on ES this week. Keep in mind, I will be on vacation. Next week, I'm still going to try to trade some, get on Instagram Live with you all, but I'm going to be watching this 4190. That's the only solid reject number I see. This is a zone, but it's a solid resistance here at 4190. That's one way to take it off that, exact number, or you can wait till we enter the zone and come back out. See some nice signs of reversal, right? I'm sure you all understand reversal candles by this point. If you don't, that's perfectly okay. Just simple Google search. There's thousands of stuff out there to teach you about that. But anyways, look for, a nice reversal candle coming out of this. Take your short entry there. The only bounce area I see that I would be comfortable with is this 3,800 way down there. I'm trying to be, very, very picky on my levels, because one thing, I don't want to see anyone lose money trying to trade what I trade. Another, it's the only one that really makes sense to me to bounce. That being said, you can see trades set up intraday that you don't see on here. That's kind of what I look for when trading futures. If you do not have a futures trading account and you're looking to start trading futures, there is a company that funds you. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in checking that out. But yeah, this is the only two levels/area that I'm watching for ES. Now I got two individual names. I know I don't trade individual names often, but it's hard for me to ignore these levels. Let's take a look. First one is BABA, ticker BABA. Honestly, it looks like we're going to get some strength in the volume picking up. I think we're going to, see some strength. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Don't mean to go buy it, invest in it, whatever, but I think BABA's undervalued personally. Huge company, as you can see here. Let's go to the weekly. I want to show you all something really quickly. Come from 319 and we're holding this 100 area. Low of 58. But anyways, let's talk about day trading. I really like this reject area up here between this 121 to 122. This will be for a day trade for me personally. If I see this area set up, two things I'm going to do here. I'm going to look at the price action, and I'm going to make sure the contracts have a decent enough spread and enough volume for me to trade, okay? You need to pay attention when trading these individual names. You gotta have to be sure the spreads are not huge. You don't want to open too much in the red, right? So 121 to 122 reject on BABA for puts. It's a very solid resistance. Now let's take a look at NVDA here, the chip sector, right? It's hard to ignore this strength. We have clear uptrend here on the daily, right? You can clearly see. What do we see here? Let's just draw it out. For those that are new, hopefully this helps you understand what an uptrend is. Pay no attention to my horrible drawing. Anyways, so an uptrend is when you're making higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher low. Now, how do we enter uptrend? You say, like, okay, how do I chase this big green candle up? No, you most definitely do not. You wait for entry off a higher low. Okay, when you're looking to get an uptrend, you want to take your entry off a higher low. You never want to take it off these higher highs. That's chasing. Wait on a nice pullback to a nice level. I have a level drawn out for you all. This 275. We need to push on up. We got to continue to make that higher high. Pull back. Hopefully our higher low matches up with this nice level I got drawn out here, which is a support. So around 275, once we push up a little more, would possibly be my entry. It could be for a longer trade. So if we do turn this into a swing trade, it'll be further out expiration. I at least like to go 1 month out in expiration when I swing trade. If this is a day trade, I will use same week. Honestly, both of them will probably work for this trade, that level. As long as we don't have like a huge increase in selling volume, some bad news coming on the video. I like this level. Keep in mind, I'll be on vacation. Second time I'm announcing this. Next week, I will be on vacation. So I probably will not be entering any swing trades personally that week. Use your own judgment. Manage your own trade here. This is just my personal thoughts, my opinion, and my favorite setup for the upcoming week. And that's all I have for you all. Hopefully this helps you out. Helps you, find some good setups this week. Be sure you're managing your risk. That is key. Come up with a plan pre-market like we always do on my Instagram Live. I go live every single morning, if you're wondering, 8 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Always have a game plan before you get into a trade. Never get into a rush into a trade. Always have a plan. Know where you're going to stop out, where you're going to take price targets, all that good stuff. Appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.